Hello everyone, my name is Heisenplay, and today I will be building for you the RX-110 Gabthley, a mobile suit from Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam, a mecha anime from my knowledge the 80s. It is a sequel to the original Mobile Suit Gundam, a classic mecha anime from the 70s. The Gabthley is a mobile suit that, well, I kind of like it. You see, I like a mobile suit that is related to the Gabthley a bit more, the TR6 Gundam Hazenflay. And, well, it's simply, for stylistic reasons, I've seen the Gabthley in action more than I've seen the Hazenflay in action. Spoilers for Zeta Gundam. A specific scene that comes to mind with the Gabthley was this one scene where Jared, for once, Jared Mesa, grows some skill and actually, for a while, wrecks the main cast of Zeta Gundam. Only for a little bit, though. Now, see, the thing is, I've only built one kit that is this old. The high-grade NRX-044 Ashimar, I believe. And you see, I used to be one of those who thought that old kits were pretty bad. I watched a lot of Mecha Katsu, and I'm not trying to throw shade at the guy. He's probably not even going to see this because, well, I only have 18 subscribers. He has, like, thousands at this point. So, the chances that he might see this are abysmal. But, a man can dream. So, right now, I'm going to build the stand in an orthodox approach that I don't see many people take. But, why not try to be unique? At least try, at the least. I mean, I guess some people could use that advice more than others, but, I'm not going to talk about that. Now, there isn't much to talk about. I don't script my videos. I mean, I had a lot of videos before this one, but I deleted basically all of them. But, I don't have a script because I feel like the delivery would just be off. So I don't script my videos most of the time. Well, I don't script my videos at all. But that's probably why some of the dialogue might be a bit, how do I describe it? Bare? Well, probably lacking just in general. I'm probably not going to talk too much, but, as a YouTuber, I need to be an entertainer, so whenever I do talk, I'll hope I say something entertaining. So, one second. And I know, I haven't even opened the instructions once. Preposterous. Just give me a sec. Bear with me for a bit. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I've never built this kit before. Now, let's see what you are all about, Mr. Stand. Alright. I'm gonna need you, you, and a you. And then I'm gonna need a you, and a you, and a you. Now, some might not know about this currently, but there was a small little war going on between UC Zeta fans and this user I know on Twitter called Lamb. Well, I don't know her, but we've talked a couple of times. So, you see, basically, Lamb made the grand mistake of having a slightly negative opinion of Zeta Gundam, and, well, got low-key harassed for it. I don't know how bad the harassment was, but it was harassment nonetheless. Don't do that, by the way. Do not harass people. That's bad. But, god damn it. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I speak as if my channel is going to be anything more than people that are just like me, which are young adult men. No, I will not disclose my age. You are welcome. But I will have you know that I am within the young adult age range. So, yeah. Lamb made the fatal error, as I just said, of kind of not liking Zeta Gundam, not exactly. And, you know, I don't have too much to say about that whole situation, you know. I kind of agree. When it comes to Zeta era stuff, the mangas are just better, you know. Advance of Zeta, Zeta Define, the mangas are just better in general, you know. So it's kind of like, you know, it's like, don't see why you're too mad. Zeta Gundam, while yes, it paved the way for a lot of tropes within Gundam, you know, it's like, it's not the best. It's not as good as everyone hypes it up to be. It's not, like, it's good, but it's not that good. Like, I know I'm gonna get crucified in the Gundam community for saying it as well, but I simply, I simply just, Zeta is not gospel to me like it is to some other people. But it's like, like, and that's not me trying to be edgy by having an unpopular opinion, but, I just kind of, I like Zeta. I like the Zeta Gundam. I like the Ashimar, like the Gabthley, I like the Methis, but the show, well, it's kind of I'm pretty sure it's just a me thing, but the Gundam shows, very few of them get me hooked. I grew up with Michael Bay Transformers. I'm a very action-focused person. I like explosions, in-your-face bright colors and whatnot. That being said, I can enjoy a deep storyline and whatnot. I can do, deeper, less combat-heavy stuff. It doesn't need to be, we're shooting, we're gunning, all the time. But I do like me a bit of action. I'm simply an action-centered man. Now, Zeta Gundam has a fair bit of action, but the old animation might be a turn-off for some people. And initially, it was for me. As a Michael Bay Transformers fan, well, formerly, who was into, big explosions and action and fighting and punching and kicking and, I originally gravitated towards Iron-Blooded Orphans because it had all of that, And there's nothing wrong with being an IBO fan. I originally had the mentality of screw American Gundam fans because all they like is IBO. But, one, that's not true. And two, it's fine to be an American. Unlike a lot of people, I do not believe that being American outright is a sin. Now, being a bad person, now that's bad. Don't be bad to people, because that is bad. I mean, probably should take my own advice, because I do have, I at times I am kind of a jerk, but we live and we learn. And I think I have learned a fair bit. And lived. If I was only learning, I probably wouldn't be here, because I wouldn't be living. I feel like this is a really bad joke, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about my skills in comedy. comedy. But but oh, that I probably shouldn't snap that off with my hands. Oop. Bop. No, ow, ow, goddamn, what? Okay, that hurt a fair bit, but I'm fine. I'm fine. No need to worry. I'm fine. But yeah, you know, nothing wrong with IBO fans. Nothing wrong with American fans. It's fine, but like, you know, be nice to people, I guess. But if you talk crap about Advanced Zeta, I will kill you. But you know, that's just that has nothing to do with the conversation at hand, though. But I feel like I probably shouldn't say that, even if I am joking. Yeah, chill, Heisenflight, chill. Yeah, so yeah, so some may point out the fact that the alias I go by is not the same as my channel name. There's a good explanation for that, but that explanation will come soon. I'd say soon as in, you know, like 3 years soon. At least that's what I plan. You know, when it actually comes down to it, I don't really have much control of what'll happen in the next 3 years. I might even die, but you know, you don't have to worry too much because I feel that I'm a relatively safe person. I don't put myself in harm's way deliberately, unlike a lot of these clout chasing YouTubers do. But enough about that. Yeah, back to the Gabthley. The Gabthley is, you know, it's a cool design. I like it. You know, cockroaches I don't like. So originally the design put me off, but you know, it's grown on me. I like the silhouette of the mobile suit. It's very strong, very imposing, and if you know, if the Gabthley were sentient, which, you know, I'm cooking up a little thing that has something to do with sentient mobile suits, I feel like he would be, you know, your kind of like typical Boston, New York bodyguard who's like, scream, get out of here, you know? That was awful, but you know, you get what I mean. You know, I feel like he'd be like kind of a goon, but at the same time, extremely terrifying to face. You know? But that's just me. I have like a lot of ideas for what a mobile suit would be like if they were sentient. But, you know, we'll talk more about that later. Specifically, 3 years later. I mean, I can't promise that. I'll probably spill the beans on what I am planning to talk about in 3 years pretty soon, because I'm an impatient bastard. But you know, we'll get to that when it gets to us. So far the build is fine. I'm liking the way the kit is coming together. You know, as far as feeling like I'm actually building a giant robot, that's insane. But you know, I kind of feel like I'm building a giant robot. You know, like that's an insane criticism of a kit to have, but it's like, you know, let me have this at least a little bit. So, yeah. So, like as far as me, you know, feeling complete, feeling good as I'm building this, I'll give it a pretty solid 6 out of course, that's for my build rating system. For my actual completed kit rating system, it is out of 20. So when the kit is fully built, we will see what I think. Where is you? Okay. Yeah, so hopefully this video isn't too long for some of you folks. You know, personally, I like long videos, but I know that some of you like shorts a bit more. I mean, there's a reason that YouTube added YouTube Shorts. I mean, mainly that was probably to dance on TikTok and their current ongoing failure. But at the same time, you know, there are people who, you know, like short videos. You know, and you know, I'm not one of them, but at the same time, you know, short videos are nice every once in a while. Hold on, did I build this wrong? Did I do? I'm a little bit confused. Okay. Oh God. You sir, you need to. All right. Yeah, I need to pull this apart. Wait, hold on. I think I have it wrong again. I'm so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Well, for one, I talk as if there are going to be any women here. You know, I have a natural way that I repel women. You see, but that and the fact that it's just kind of you know, probably not going to be too many people here. Okay, what do I do with you then? Do I have the wrong set of parts? I think I do. Oh, damn it. Yep, I had the wrong set of parts. Would you look at that? Good times, good times. But in all seriousness, but in all seriousness, I am having fun. I am having fun. I love building Gunpla. Well, I do tell a lot of people that I love building Gunpla. You know, Gundam and Gunpla are my favorite things ever. And, you know, I like building Gunpla, you know, geeking out, you know, talking to people about my favorite mobile suits and whatnot. It's a fun time, you know. Like, people will shame you for having hobbies. Don't listen to those people. As much as it might live in your brain rent free, just know that you're doing what you love. And it's fine. You're not doing anything illegal. You know? Like, someone calling you a loser and, you know, then you having an entire massive freak out that requires a threat assessment and a call home might, you know, live in your brain rent free, but, you know, you're doing the right thing. You have a fun hobby of which you love. Stick with it. Oh, there's a straight up pull-out gimmick on these arms. I like that. Gosh, I like that. My ears are itchy. Don't mind that. I'm getting notifications. This is an especially long video. This might have to be a part 2. So if the video ends abruptly, please don't be upset. I am filming on my iPad. I don't have a high quality camera as of yet. Probably wouldn't even know how to use one, so should stick with the iPad. So, and I don't have too much space on the thing, but I can always get a storage upgrade next Christmas. So, it's not too bad. So, anyways, now, what do I not like about the Gabthley? Because I've spent the entire video being relatively positive, aside from the death threat I just awarded to pretty much almost everyone that is watching. But we're gonna pretend that didn't happen, right? Right? Good. Now, I've been pretty positive this entire video, I'd say. Now what I don't like about the Gabthley, since, we need to offset the positivity with some God damn it. I dropped my Gabthley torso. Dang nabbit. This always happens when I'm building Gunpla. Now, I am going to scream. Yeah, torso is basically complete. Got it. Wait, hold on. Nope, I'm not done just yet. There are some more processes of which to complete. Yeah, so what I don't like about the Gabthley, one, I feel like this is a common thing for a lot of people, the color. The color of the Gabthley, it's just weird. It's green and brown and red and yellow. It's just like, dude, what? It looks like a grassy, bloody turd and a cockroach, both of which are extremely unappealing to the common folk. So, yes, I did just say the common folk. So, it's just like, the colors are a bit strange. I prefer the Hazenflay colors. Maybe that's just because I'm a Hazenflay fan. So, A21. I need A21. Need A21. Closing on 23 minutes there. So, yeah, pretty long video by some people's standards. I guess mine too. So, yeah, pretty long video. But not the longest video on my channel by far. I've had live streams that, well, I used to do live streams before back in the, what I'd like to call the dark ages. Basically, every single one of my deleted videos, basically from like middle school or maybe even younger, it's, those are what I like to call the dark ages, and, yeah, those were pretty bad. I forget what I was talking about, what brought me to the dark ages. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of that on this channel. A lot of me forgetting what the heck I was talking about. So professional, guys, so professional. Where is, okay, need A29. What the fuck? Like, come on, okay, that's A29. Sir, please. Sir, please. I don't want to snip this off because it's gonna explode off the runner. I know it is. I know it's going to. I know it is. Oh, well, it didn't, but I'm still right. So Suck it. Anyways, yeah, so, even more disrespectful to the, getting even more disrespectful towards the Gabthley, the head, would be so much cooler if it were just a bit wider. The Gabthley's head is so incredibly thin that I'm surprised that they managed to fit a monoline in there, honestly. The Titans were insane when it came to mobile suit design. But I guess the Gabthley was a Scirocco design. No, wait, Scirocco is PMX. This is RX, so the Gabthley is not a Scirocco design. At least not by going by, well, the logic that I just displayed before you, PMX. So PMX, of course, stands for Paptimus Mobile Suit Experiment, or Mobile Experiment. I don't know for sure, but yeah, PMX is what is usually the designation for a Paptimus design. This is RX, which stands for Rempo Experimental. Rempo Experimental means Federation Experimental. Rempo is a Federation in Japanese. Japanese. Don't call me out if I'm wrong. Got that from Kakarot197. So if I am wrong, he's to blame for this. I'm just kidding, Kakarot. You're a great man. You're a great man. You're awesome. You know. Yeah. So back to the Gabthley. Other than that, the Gabthley is really cool. Other than the colors and the head design, I really like the Gabthley. You know, he's like, the arms, the legs, the skirting armor. It's really cool, you know. But I'm sorry, the Hazenflay is just simply a better design. Like, I don't want to piss off all of the Gabthley fans, but at the same time, like, the Hazenflay is just a really good design. And coupled with the fact that the Hazenflay is a variant of the Woundwort, which is objectively the best Gundam to ever exist, the Hazenflay just wins. The Hazenflay just wins. And I have a Hazenflay in the back. You can see my Gundam Mark V next to my Cheez-Its, actually. Yeah, my Hazenflay is in the back. Do not have it on hand, per se. So, when I review the Gabthley, hopefully I will remember to bring out my Hazenflay so I can make a comparison between the two designs. Maybe I might even have my brother. Who knows? You know, if I get enough screaming and shouting in the comments from my brother to come on video, that, oh my god, to come on, I deserve that. But if I get enough demands from the chat to bring my brother forth to a YouTube video, I will do so with his permission, of course. I mean, he's put himself on the internet before. Doesn't have actually, I think he does. He does have a YouTube channel. There's a post there. Don't bother with going to it. Don't even think it's his name. Not gonna share his name either. It's Max. Yeah, just kidding. It's not Max. No one would name their kid Max at all. Like, first off, Max is short for maximum. So, what, your kid is just maximum? That's already you declaring that you regret having him and that he's a handful, you know? Yeah, so, yeah, so far, the build is going great. Should I put on these stickers? I don't know. You know what? I want to do out-of-box rebuild, like, out-of-box reviews, like, out-of-box, out-of-box. So, only stickers I'm putting on are the cameras. So, yeah, so, sorry, I'm pretty bad at, like, you can tell I have a small speech impediment, small one, not too big, but also not too small, so please forgive me if it bothers you. If it does bother you, you know, there is Kakarot 197, there is Mechagai Katsu, there is Zaku Aurelius, and, you know, Crow-sama. Although Crow-sama, he doesn't have he's not sorry, he does speak a bit like me. Well, not well. Crow sounds nothing like me, but you know, we both kind of have a bit of a stumbly over our words kind of thing going on a bit. Like, I can't say transformable. See? I can't say transformable without, like, you know, stammering and running into myself. But, you know, what normal human being can say transformable in a fast fashion? God, the head is so incredibly small. But this is a high grade. I feel like his head is sunken in a bit too much. I feel like I've sunken in his head a bit too much. This is one of those situations where you're not supposed to put the head all the way onto the ball joint. Well, you are, but you know, you're not supposed to sink the neck peg all the way into the torso. So I'm going to see if I can put on the head without sinking the neck back in. You know what? Screw it. This is the best we'll get. The head is so incredibly hard to move. Oh my god. Well, there it is, sunken right back onto the ball joint again. Just noticed how massive the collar is. Here is the head. Please focus. That is the torso. So if you want to shut off now, if you want to shut off now would be a good time, because one, I'm kind of running out of things to say, and two, I finished a part and I haven't started on another, so you know, that wouldn't be a bad time to start. Oh, it wants us to make the weapon now. The weapons are always last, so I'm gonna go with the weapon. Not the weapon, the arms. And the arms don't seem to have anything from here except for the verniers. So, goodbye runner A. So, well, at least for the time being. So I'm going to need B and C, as well as D. So start off with C, which has a full inner frame. So arms seem to have a nice full inner frame, at least for the most part. So I guess nearly complete inner frame. And you know, that's pretty cool. You know, Love it when a high grade comes with a part with a lot of internal structure. I think I built one of the high grade Mark IIs, or some other kit that was like a movable a frame, a mobile suit that had the movable frame technology, and it came with a with a full inner frame in the arms, and it was like, oh, that's the movable frame technology, which is like a cool little homage for us Gundam fans who know about the movable frame. But that's like almost every Gundam fan who has paid attention to Gundam for more than 5 minutes. So it's not exclusive information. It's not high level prestigious information. You're lining up to go into a club, and the bouncer's like, "Hold up, kid. Yeah, we're not sure about you," and you're like, "Don't worry, sir. I know all about the movable frame." And the bouncer's like, "Oh shit, here you go." Yes, I know I said swear words. Probably shouldn't, but I'm used to saying them, so why not? YouTube might be angry, but don't have any money that is my own right now anyway, so good luck taking monetization from me. You can't age restrict me either because I you can't age restrict me. I think I have a reason. You can't age restrict me because no one watches my videos. Do da 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 do da 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 do da do. That was awful. Enough with the goddamn pity jokes. Well, there goes my opportunity at being a kid-friendly channel. It's not like I wanted to be that in the first place. But, it does pull in a lot of revenue, so it kind of give a pretty good chance to guarantee a successful YouTube career. It seems like kid channels are able to get away with a lot, too, so, Ooh, is that a YouTube call-out? Ooh, sorry. Please fit together, please fit together, please fit together, please fit together. Yeah! Oh, great. The wrist is plastic on plastic. Are we about to have an NT1 Master Grade 2.0 situation? Because I built that thing and, oh my god, the wrists were like so tight. Did I say elbow instead of wrist for the Gabthley? You think so? Just in case. Yeah, the wrists are the thing that is plastic on plastic and no polycap. That's a bad thing if you don't know. Yeah, so that's why I haven't bought any Witch from Mercury kits, because they all seem to be plastic on plastic. And also, I want to wait until Season 1 is done airing, which I have been told by a nice fellow over at Gundam Planet. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, I lost the arm. I've been told by a nice fellow over at Gundam Planet, which is where I got this Gabthley from, that there will be a break in April, but then they will continue. There will be a break before April, but that they will continue airing, and they will continue airing after April. But do not take, but because it just came from my mouth, do not take it too seriously. Because I have a habit for saying things that I thought were true in the moment, but then ending up being wrong and, feeling like I've just warped through dimensions because no one knows what I'm talking about. Anyways, so, Gabthley. Gabthley. What more is there to say about the Gabthley? Well, the Gabthley may not show up for too long in Zeta Gundam, but the transforming noise that it makes is brutal, guttural, just all kinds of just sick. Like, some might not know what I'm talking about, but there was this video that was up for a while that YouTube took down for some reason. It was basically a compilation of mono eyes of Mobile Suit mono eyes lighting up, and there was a scene with the Gabthley where they were flying in space, and the Gabthley transformed, and it made a kind of transformation sound, you know? It was very quick, but extremely just it sounded just crazy. Don't exactly know how to describe it, but it just sounded crazy, you know? So it was just like, you know, the noise that the Gabthley makes as it transforms is like really cool to me. So, you know, it's just like interesting. It's an interesting mobile suit. You know, because sometimes, you know, this comes to, and this is just like a thing with mechs in general. You kind of forget that they're man-made, you know. A lot of mechs just go into this just thing where they just start to look alien, you know. And you know, eventually, and like eventually, when you hear something like with some like high pitched squealing mixed in, and the screen then inverting colors to black and white for like a moment, you know, you kind of are like, oh God, that's an alien. Maybe not you, but like I certainly was like that for a bit. Now on to the shoulders. You know, God, there is no color accuracy on the shoulders. There is, oh boy. Now, I want to talk about, I actually want to talk about, you know what, why not? Why don't I talk about, some of my, favorite mobile suits that aren't the Woundwort. The Advance of Zeta version of the Barzam, which I just call the Advanced Barzam. So yeah, the Advanced Barzam, specifically the Rezion Capture type, is one of my favorite non-Woundwort mobile suits. Then there is the Zeta Plus, which is just a really cool mobile suit from Gundam Sentinel. Then there is also the XS Gundam, which is from Gundam Sentinel as well. There's the Zeta Gundam from Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam. The Double Zeta from Mobile Suit Double Zeta Gundam. The Riga Z from Char's Counterattack. The Jigen, Mobile Suit Gundam Char's Counterattack as well. Specifically, I like the Jigen D type a bit more. I like Conroy Hankinson's Jigen D type. That's my favorite Jigen D type. I like that one a lot. There's also the Stark Jigen. I like the Stark Jigen. I used to like the Barbatos a lot as well. The Barbatos used to be one of my favorites, actually. Yeah, I used to really like the Barbatos, and as soon as the Master Grade came out, which I had been hoping for ever since I finished IBO, which was like sometime in like 2015, I believe. You know, I finished IBO 2015. The Master Grid Barbados didn't come out until like 2019 or something. And almost as soon as that came out, dropped interest in IBO completely, and I believe my interest turned to Seed or Double O. Either that or just the UC as a whole. Because I didn't become a UC fanboy until not too long ago, until I fully realized my love for Advance of Zeta. Advance of Zeta is still my favorite, you know. Still believe that it is just the best, bar none. Like, Ken Keith Fujioka is an excellent mecha designer, and he knows how to make a mech. Most definitely. Like, cannot stress enough how amazing the designs of Advanced Zeta are. They are beautiful, and especially when you get to the reboot Gundam Inlay, the designs are just angelic and beautiful, and just they bring tears to your eyes with how beautiful they look. You know, some of the like this wallpaper thumbnail, just screensaver level material is just, you know, just beautiful. And you know, everyone who's worked on Advanced Zeta should be given an award for how amazing they are, and you know what they've made. So, yeah, Advance of Zeta, you can tell I like it a lot. I love it a lot. I love Advance of Zeta a lot. I love it so much that you know what? Light spoiler for my plans. I have made an entire species based off one of the mobile suits from Advance of Zeta. I'll let you guess which one, because you know that's fun. Guessing's fun for some people. I wanna be fun. So you know. So you know, I'll leave you guys to guess. Oh yeah, an example of one of the beautiful designs of Advance of Zeta. The ARZ just 125 Re-Highs. I got the sticker from USA Gundam Store. I got this when I bought my Master Grade Strike Remaster. They just packaged this in. I don't even think I got it from them specifically. I think I got this off of either Amazon or eBay, and this just came with it. Either way, I love it, and I love that USOGS is doing is having this these Advanced of Zeta stickers. Well, not stickers, but you know, just vinyl collectible things. I love it, and I want to collect them all. Probably won't, but I want to, because that would be like, you know, a lot of orders. And you know, I'm pretty sure there's like a price range on the order that the order has to have in order for you to gain one of these stickers. Not stickers, one of these illustrations. Yeah, let's call them illustrations. Yeah, so illustrations. So, you know, I love Advanced Zeta. I've said it a lot. I'll say it again. I'll say it as many times as I need to. Advance of Zeta is my lifeblood. It is everything to me. I love Advance of Zeta. And, you know, a world without Advance of Zeta is just a world I just don't want to be in, you know? That isn't supposed to be some weird suicide thing. It's just like, I just love Advance of Zeta to the point where just Advance of Zeta is just like really important to me as a person. It defined me, you know? Like, it's just a part of who I am. Like, I've read some of Flag of the Titans, and I've read like most of Gundam Inlay, as much as you can in America with a VPN. But what I have read of it, I've absolutely loved. I've saved like a bunch of different panels and shots from the manga. Basically every single one that I could. And I love it. Every single part of it is just amazing to me. It is just everything was just so beautiful. Every illustration, every line, every detail was just amazing. Pure bliss for the eyes, And I wish everyone else could have that same experience and love for AOZ that I have, I want for everyone to be able to experience Advance of Zeta at some point in their lives, Maybe that might happen someday, maybe it won't. But we'll see. Because let's talk about some of my favorite artists. Since this is it's kind of supposed to be a reintroduction. Some of my favorite artists include Ryo Agawa, Zena Maoria, I believe it's pronounced. Zena Maoria, Urkazuya, I believe it's pronounced. Urkazuya, well, if we were talking mechanical designers, it'd be Kenki Fujioka. And maybe Ken Okawara. But, we're not talking about mechanical designers right now, so I'll leave you with that, very obvious answer. But, I also like, what's their name? PGM, I believe they're called. PGM 3000. Hold on, I have a piece of art from them. I believe that their watermark is there. Dang it. I have my iPad up here, so I'm just searching through it. PGM 3000, I believe they're called. Yep, PGM. Yeah. PGM 3000. One of my favorite artists. Most of the artists I go to are on Twitter because I'm very active on Twitter. I'm not chronically online or anything. But I spend a lot of time on Twitter searching for art, having conversations with friends. Most of what I do, hanging out. I had Discord, but didn't have any friends on. Well, I do have some friends on Discord. Tributron Blue White Men. Yeah, I haven't talked to Tributron in a while. I hope you're still watching, buddy. But yeah, me and him were friends. Well, I hope we still are. We haven't talked a while, so that's why I say were. But I like to think that we're still friends. So Tributron Blue White Men. He's my favorite Bionicle YouTuber, and he actually inspired some of my custom mocks. Yeah, his name and color scheme was which is blue and white. Inspired one of my mocks, which is a species in Bionicle. Well, not a species in Bionicle, but a feminine species in Bionicle called Anubis droids. Basically, what Anubis droids are in Bionicle, I know it's a Gundam build and I'm talking about Bionicle, blasphemous. Basically, An Anubis droid is a sentient droid, almost kind of like a protogen, and you know, if you're a furry like me, you'd know what a protogen is, but you know, but a protogen is a biomechanical. I think that's the word. Is a biomechanical, half robot, half not robot, you know, creature that was originally like a slave worker meant to just meant to do the tough jobs that that all the rich fancy people or whatever didn't want to do. And of course, and like in every story containing slave bots, they rose up and but unlike most stories involving slave bots, the fancy people who enslaved them were not immediately murdered. Said there was a long war, and eventually they kind of they left each other alone. But in the case of the Anubis droids, as soon as they gained sentience, they left, taking all technology with them. Because they were like, since you treat us this way, surely you treat everything else worse. So they left, taking all technology with them, and they left the remaining creatures that were on their planet of Sarcom 9. Yes, I just came up with that name like a few minutes ago. They left everyone else on Sarcom 9 without any technology. But then the Anubi, whatever you want to call them, came to Earth, where the main Anubis droid, which little fun fact for you, Anubi are actually mech droids. They're pilotable, but they are sentient. They can transfer control over to their pilot at will. So they get to Earth where obviously there's a corrupt government, and the main Anubis, the red one, which is a prototype Anubis that was made for close combat and close combat only, kind of like Kenbu from Kyokai Senki, meets this guy. I forget what the name was. Tribuchan came up with the name for the guy, and they together fight against the corrupt government. And of course, there was another character that I made that was originally an antagonist, but became our anti-government ex-military guy. He became friends with the main character. I think he was Clark. I think the name of the main character that pilots Anubis is Clark Jackson. I'll check. I'll check the video, but yeah, I tasked Tribuchan with redesigning with redesigning Anubis, which is where the whole corrupt government thing comes from. Which of course originally I didn't really have much lore because I'm not too good. I wasn't too good at coming up with lore back then, but he did a great job at it. It wasn't anything like I thought it would be, and he came up with all of these different ideas that I hadn't really incorporated into an Anubis type before, like digitigrade legs, a tail, an actual functioning cockpit that can hold a minifigure, and even though his version had an arm that would fall off every now and then, it still held on better than both arms of the original Anubis. Which the original Anubis, I actually came up with while listening to this while listening this MLP audiobook. Well, not audiobook, but creepypasta. Yeah, so I was listening to this My Little Pony creepypasta called Anno Domini. It's about this guy who survives a nuclear blast. He's stuck in his mech suit, and he's wandering what's left of the entirety of the Earth, and he meets Discord, tries to fight Discord, gets bodied by Discord, and then Discord's like, "Yeah, can you kill all the ponies?" And he's like, "Cool, I get." And he's like, "Sure, why not?" So he, agrees to go to the pony dimension where he is turned into a pony. And after that, I don't remember. I don't know what happens because, well, the audiobook ends there, and the rest of it is available to read. But I never got around to it for one reason or another. Even though I really liked that, story, it's a great story, and I've incorporated it into into a lot of my ideas. I'm a pretty big fan of MLP. Like, I like the world, and I like the characters. The designs are just plain fun. It's just a fun show in general. I like it. There's hair in my mouth. It's a fun show in general. If you just want to sit back, learn some things about friendship, and just enjoy some, extremely small horses. But real talk, imagine how small those horses would be in real life. I mean, they are ponies, therefore they're small, but like, come on. Like at the largest, I feel like one of the average mares from MLP would be the size of a baby horse. And then the actual children ponies would probably be like the size of like a soccer ball or something. Like, it's insane how small they would actually be in real life. You might think that this is weird, and why are you talking about the size of cartoon horses? But I like, getting kind of analytical and talking about, what would happen if this, what if this happened? What if that happened? How would this do if this did? Stuff like that. For example, I talked about with some of my family, if humanoid animals were real, like furries and whatnot, what kind of stereotypes would they have, and my family members actually came up with a pretty good one that certain animals would always be confused from one another, which already happens, and it would just be assumed that they were just willing to eat anything, which I can imagine that actually being kind of exploited in a TV show, I don't know, Always Offset. There's this sheep guy, and Offset, they're always like, "Hey, can you eat some of this decoration that we don't want to use?" And he's like, "What the hell? No." And they're like, "Come on, man, you're a sheep, aren't you? You guys like eating stuff." And he, it wouldn't be funny in real life because it'd be pretty mean. But at the same time, it's funny when it's not real. I'm an awful person, dude. I'm awful. Anyways, need M. Yep, I do need M. Polycap from the M, which I don't have. What? Why do I not have any M's? I need polycaps from M. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. I think I do have what I need. and I'm glad they numbered polycaps. Well, at least they started numbering polycaps because, God, non-numbered polycaps are just so hard to deal with. God damn, please, please just do what I want you to do. Yeah, it is definitely not this one, so I am actually missing the polycap I need to use. That's awful. I'm going to use this part separator, which I also got from Gundam Planet. And let's see if I can use this. Actually, no, wait, hold on. Actually, will I need any more polycaps? Let's get the rest of this build. I will need more polycaps, but not any of the ones that... Oh, wait, nope, never mind. Yep, I will... Actually, wait, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, that is PCF. Will not need any more from M. Will I need any polycaps from A? Any polycaps from A? Polycaps from A? Polycaps from A? Polycaps from A? No, okay, I'm free to use the A caps, but just seeing on second if I may use the last M polycap. Whatever I want. Anyone remember that song? Oh crap, most of this guy has somewhat of an internal structure. It's pretty cool. Where is... okay. What is the front? What is the front? Okay, this is the back. I put you like this. Oh, this bird is actually pretty wide. Not too bad for just ball joint hips. Not too bad. Oh, wait, I need to... Anyways, yeah, so, well, I don't have much to say right now, so I guess just enjoy at least what you can see, because I don't have the camera in the best spot. It is 11:53. I probably should be in bed right now, but I want to finish this video real quick. Yeah, so, yeah. So, So, is there any anime that I like other than non-mecha anime? I can't say I do. I'm a mecha fan through and through. Really excited for Fires of Rubicon. If I'm honest, at first, you know, I was pretty upset that there were no reactions that were as stoked as I was. Which, you know, I'm not even I wasn't even an Armored Core fan before Fires of Rubicon. I mean, I've seen Armored Core before, seen a bunch of stuff that's based off Armored Core, know the references and whatnot, seen, you know, videos on the timeline, but I wasn't much of a fan of it before, you know, before the Fires of Rubicon trailer dropped. And, then, the Fires of Rubicon trailer got me hooked on Armored Core, and I've been watching a bunch of Armored Core content ever since. Have a bunch of Armored Core songs in my playlist. You've probably seen them if you, go on my library or look at my playlists. Depends on what the options are, which, I'm pretty sure you can just look at a YouTuber's playlists if they are public. Which, a lot of my playlists are public because I don't have anything to hide or anything. Because I don't have anything to hide. So, I'm probably looking at my playlists. I mean, the only ones that are private are ones that aren't finished. So, that's probably why they would be private. So, So, now onto the front of the Gabthley. We get to the skirting armor, but I don't know why, but skirting armor always is the most intimidating to me. Like, for some reason, every time I'm done with almost everything else, and I'm like, oh, almost done. The skirting armor comes up, and I'm like, oh no, oh, that's pretty bad. And I end up kind of breezing through it most of the time, and it's I don't exactly get why I'm kind of scared of skirting armor. It's definitely better than no skirting at all. Because mechs, I feel no matter what, your mech should have skirting armor of some sort, even if it is just side skirts or back skirts. Your mech should not just have the superhero underwear design where it is literally just a pair of undies for the crotcheel section. If you're wondering, yes, crotcheel is a word. CAC. Need water. Better. Better. So, yeah. So, all the reactions I saw were either apathetic or straight up, hateful, upset that, From Software wasn't making another Knights in Shining Armor gallop around on a horse and defeat some dragons game, Got nothing against Elden Ring and Souls and whatnot. Well, I mean, clearly I do, because you heard it in my voice, but, it's just, I was so upset that people were seriously? A clanker mech game? If I wanted Transformers, I would have just gone to Michael Bay's house. Shut the hell up. You don't know mecha. You probably wouldn't know mecha if once it read... Forget it. But, those people have not gotten a proper taste of mecha. They just haven't. People who hate or dislike mecha have not gotten true, proper mecha. That's just how it is. Because the mecha is just one of those things where it's almost impossible to hate them. Yeah, most shows may not have the over-the-top animation of Demon Slayer or the hype that Chainsaw Man has. But you know what mecha does have? Cool-ass robots. Need I say more? No, I need not. So, case closed. Where is C33? Oh, that's C33. Okay. Any of y'all ever watch Short Circuit? If you don't know, it's just right before the early 2000s movie. Pretty sure it's the 90s. Around the time of Terminator 2, I believe. It looks about Terminator 2 era. And it's this really cool movie about this robot like these combat robots that are made by this military dude, and one of the robots comes alive, and the robot's name is Johnny Five, and Johnny Five is alive, and it's this all upbeat most of the time movie about a robot trying to make his way in the world. It's pretty cool. I don't remember much about it, but I remember my mom showed me it, and it was a very nice movie. I liked it. I'm pretty sure there was some level of swearing